Hello guys, today we have smart wall switch from Dollarstore, and it costs only $4. So if it's already cost $4, I suspect it's gonna be some catch over here. Yeah, because we know that free cheese only in mousetrap. And I kind of googled about this Incipio and CPO company and whatever they do. So this looks like it's going to be some issues. But before we actually turn it on, try it on, let's take it apart and see how it runs. So it's, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's wrapped in a thing with tape over here. So I assume it's someone already kind of looked into it. Who knows? This device is smart wall switch, but it has motion sensor, and it works with Apple HomeKit. I'm curious if it works with something else rather than Apple HomeKit, because I don't have anything like, I have some Apple devices, but that's pretty much unsure. I don't even know how this Apple HomeKit works at all. But from what I can tell, you just have to have an Apple device, and you would be able to control it straight there, as long as they are on the same Wi-Fi network. Curious if it's gonna work with Google Home Mini or with Amazon stuff. So let's give it a try. But before we do that, let's take it apart. All right, it's actually for $4. Again, it's okay packaging. That's the thingy itself. Not bad. There is some code here which I'm not gonna show, because apparently this is for pairing and it's supposed to be secure. Put it here, no one's gonna see it. Kind of screw top electrical wire connectors, and that's it. Okay, this is go to the side. Let's go to the side. So we have device. It has 4 wires, grounding obviously, live, neutral, and L out. Send stand. We need this one to power this thing. So it's gonna be powered, obviously, hence the red wire. And obviously there is an instruction, unless this is for I don't know what this L out stands for. Not much. Load. It says it it says red one is load. I don't know why is this for. I think I'm talking too much. Let's take it open. Yeah, it's a screw over here which is different. This is better. That's it. Okay, that's probably not. Okay, it's probably uses just looks like it's just a clip over here, just clipped. Anything underneath? Okay, nothing. Let's try to unclip it one more time. I think I need a helper tool. Needs a bit more leverage. And something sharper than that. Do I have anything? I'm gonna use this one here and this one to poke. Okay, another side. It just snapped, and let's just unsnap it. Oh, just snap another side. Okay. It's resisting. Okay, just like that. What we have here, I think it's already optocoupler of some sort. Straight on top of this board. Okay, it's a bit more complicated than I expected to be. Oh, look at this board-to-board interconnect. Sweet mama, look at that. All right, so this seems to be a power, like a power supply essentially board. I'm curious, is this, let's see, a transformer. Like this is probably common mock choke, it's not a transformer. This is relay, this is, what is this? 200 volt. It's a protection thing. What is this? It's a relay or a capacitor, or maybe it's a transformer. It's really hard to tell what is this. And this element, sorry, this it says D11. This guy, it's diode, single diode. Okay, interesting. So this is diode. Look at this. Okay, let's be more thorough. Okay, so first of all, what we have here, we have this thing marked D diode, but for some reason it has all three connectors used, so I'm not sure if it's a diode or something else. Would like to actually read what is that. We have this M0C3052 or MOC3052 element. So definitely we have power regulation circuit over here because it's has own tiny inductor, microcontroller, and there is a few diodes. Sorry, few transistors. There is more over here. Interesting, whole bunch of resistors of the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same value. By the way, it says Wi-Fi wall switch B02 2017 September, so this thing is 2 years old. It's not that old. Oh, look at this, 3.3 volt. So somewhere here it supplies 3.3 volt for the probably for this board to run. Interesting. It's nicely actually marked over here, like it's you know what the version is and things like that. This is another element over here, H11AA1. Yeah, I need to see what are those. So this is L102, so I assume this is a choke. Yeah, not a transformer. A relay. Yeah, okay, this is, oh, obviously have to have a relay here because it has to engage all this crap. You have to turn on and off. So as you see over here is it has oh, this might not be a diode. This can be like something like a transistor or something, because in addition to be supporting on and off, this thing also is a dimmable. So they, or triac, they may just use a triac. It's really hard to read what is this because this relay is on the way. I can zoom in a little bit more for you to see. All right. So this, because this is how it looks like, because this L out is essentially a load which is going to be connected to the light. Now I start understanding what's going on here, and this goes through this element, and that's it. It is just straight to this thing. So I assume this guy is a triac or some sort of device similar to that. Then it goes through relay, I assume, or one of those contacts over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like these are, which is, as you see, this is live, and then goes through this some sort of sense resistor which connected to this element thing. I need to know what is this, and don't know for sure. And this is how it works, and obviously one of those is a control to actually engage the triac or throttle it. This is how it works. Curious. Yeah, this is what it is. Okay, what are those capacitors? All right, those are 400 volt capacitors. So this is a primary. It's another L100 through another coil over here, inductor of a sort. Yeah, this is it. And by the way, this, I was wrong. I thought this is a choke. Apparently this could be a current sense circuit, because yeah, it's essentially a coil around this, but it's used for the current sense capability rather than just like a choke. Yeah, so this is what it highly likely is. So this is the power board and the control board. Okay, let's go further down here. What do we see? Let me pull this board all out. Hope you'll be able to do, because it has 4. Okay, I have to like leverage this. Okay, sort of out. This side is out. So far, I like in the modular construction of this thingy. Oh wow, this is much tougher on this side to lift it. Okay, and that's it. A little one over here. Ta-da! And Wi-Fi antenna, which we probably just pop. Okay, here's the little Wi-Fi antenna. So look at this grounding shielding, so it's not too bad. Okay, so now we have the brains. So brains, it looks like soldered straight to the board. There is no no connectors like I saw over here, unfortunately, but still. We have a module of some sort, and it says Incipio WS 2017-09. It has MAC address and it has serial number. Let's lift this little thingy and just to check what's under the roof. What are we running here? It's really hard to tell. I see something Realtek. Is there any electronics underneath? Yeah, looks like there is more stuff underneath, but in order to get there I have to unsolder all this crap. Yep. Okay, let me take my I'll take it to my magnifying equipment and check what is there. I'll be back. Alright, to get a little bit more details, I decided to zoom in. So what do we have here? Turned out to be this module, which is already seems like a standalone module, is module provided and developed by a company called Pytre. Pytre. The company actually provide whole bunch or develop whole design and manufacture a whole bunch of different sort of modules which can be embedded by third parties into their products. So this one by Pytre, whatever. This specific dude based on RTL chips, hence one on this side, and apparently there is one underneath which we obviously cannot see. So what is this dude on top? This is RTL 8188 ER. This is Wi-Fi chip. It's a single band, I think 2.4 gigahertz BGN stuff. The other dude underneath is apparently 5-port switchy thing, which has a RISC processor, I think, in it, because not much information on the other dude, and its code is RTL 8196 EU, so couldn't find much of information on it. So 8196 EU. What is the hell is this? I have no idea. Like, it's HH1719. Have no bloody idea. What is this little dude? I have no idea as well. No information. It's just a bunch of numbers. 6563959. That's it. All I have. So the dude underneath, I think it's I saw a little teeny tiny photo of this module on the original manufacturer website, like Fitri. It's pretty beefy dude. It's like quite a big chip, so I don't know. And if you notice over here, there is a whole bunch of unpopulated or unused pinouts, so I assume those are maybe can be used by like LAN controller, just or switch and router, and you know, do things. But apparently that other chip is really dedicated router chip, or yeah, something like that, or Wi-Fi extended chip. So there is a whole bunch of contacts over here, so I assume these, and they go somewhere underneath. I assume they are for programming this dude, maybe. So let's take a look over here. So this is specifically, this particular chip is from the Fitri, because it has their logo over here, and it is PH4817, and then it's really hard to read. Is it just 24 or 424? Could not find anything on it, so have no idea. Maybe some sort of application processor or whatever. Like, yeah, not much at all. So if you look over here, there is a whole bunch of transistors. So I assume this is some sort of controlling circuit, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you look over here, we see 10. Okay, well, that's not. I see only 9 transistors over here. Maybe one is somewhere under the board. Yeah, so I assume those are to control those LEDs over here, and those LEDs potentially they show a level of something, because I don't think they are infrared LEDs to highlight the scene for this dude. So this is just a detector. So there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. If you look over here, I think this is on/off button, this one, and this is LEDs. Assuming this is gonna show a level. This is pure sensor lands, and this is like up and down, like dimmer kind of controls. This button is, I assume, power on/off button. And here is the little like bracket or like a little button, like a pusher, which actually goes through the main panel over here, and I think you can just power this all up. So pure sensor, back to our pure sensor. This dude is, I assume, from what I gather, this is Sandba AM312. It's all-in-one pure sensor, so all electronics is in one, and it has only like how to supply power to it, and it will be working just as a treat. So I assume this something will be using it, but it's really hard to tell. Sorry, it's really hard to tell where it all goes because of the this big element over here. So yeah, not much I can tell. So from what I can collect on the internet, this device doesn't have much of a hackability, because it's all using this obscure, barely known thing from Realtek, and this pure, who knows what it is. By the way, this probably looks like a programming port for this dude, but I mean, yeah, not knowing what this chip is, we have no idea what we can do about it. Maybe I saw people kind of flashing some WRT firmware for similar Realtek chips, but yeah, that's sort of like, yeah, a little bit out of my league. Play with some of the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chips, which are very well used in IoT and home tinkering and things like that. We can, but with Realtek WRT stuff, it's a little bit something I never actually done before. So I'm not sure if I would be able to hack it. Plus, also seems to be this this module, by the way, forgot to mention this module called WACIO-GP, and it's specifically flashed to you work with Apple HomeKit. It's certified, I assume their software is certified and all this kind of jazz, so it's really targeted to Apple HomeKit. I'm again not sure if this is this chip who actually does the implementation or that Realtek thingy which is underneath, because in their specs they really mentioned this 400 MHz RISC processor. This is what I think it's their single core, what runs this, and it's located underneath. So what is this dude doing and what his responsibilities, I have no idea. So this is all we have at the moment. It looks like a very cool implementation, not sure how good it's gonna be. And on this side it seems like relatively simple. Yeah, I already kind of went over it for the purpose of, but at the beginning of the video, what I like a lot, it's the modular construction, that you can just, you know, plug all this in just like that, and then you may even just try it right there on right on the table to see how this all works. Just hook it up to something and yeah, just let it work. And I'm just curious how the Wi-Fi antenna, how it's like, I don't really see how this thing contacts nicely to the ground unless this heatsink of the triac would make a contact, because there is no any other kind of spring or anything like that. So I assume the triac is the only one who's gonna be contacting the ground, because as you see, it's actually this little screws in over here. So I think this is it in general. I will keep you updated in case I find the way of hacking this thing, but so far it doesn't look that obvious. I'll try to use it to see how good is this old device, but seems to be pretty decently built. For $4 is a shitload of stuff in here. It's surely executed in such a way that a little bit unconventional, I would say, but this is the first device of such kind I disassembled. So I don't know how others are implemented, but many of other products seems to be using quite more common devices, like using far more common devices like ESP8266 and similar products, and they are all over the place. And in many other devices I already reviewed, for example Sonoff stuff, but this is totally unconventional, and I think using such a beefy RTL chips for this, it's a bit of an overkill. But hey, I mean, I don't know, maybe they were able to source those devices pretty cheap. So I think this is gonna be it. Looks like my camera for whatever reason started overheating. It's like 55 Celsius for now, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Yeah, if you guys have a little bit more information on this sort of devices, please share with us. But I think this is good of a product. I'm gonna give it a try to see how it works. You know, maybe there is some issues with that. Maybe it's like overheat, maybe it's like crap out, maybe it disconnects all the time. We gonna see. But for $4, even just to pull some parts out of it, yeah, I think it's totally worth it. And I guess yeah, if I can, I'll source a little bit more of these devices. Actually, I already bought 3 of those. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.